Welcome to 6th grade Science with Miss Hala. In this video we will talk about parachutes. Parachutes يعني مظلات. Parachute is an umbrella-shaped device on which people or things can float slowly and safely down to the ground from a great height. Parachutes make good use of friction force caused by air resistance. As we talked before, friction force يعني قوة الاحتكاك caused by air resistance مقاومة الهواء. The wide shape of the parachute made the friction force as big as possible. So, the wider the shape, the bigger the friction force. This makes the parachute catch the wind. The direction of force can be shown by using the arrows. As you can see in the picture, there is a parachutist and there are two arrows. The first arrows define the first force acting on the parachutist. The first force pull the parachutist down and the second in the opposite direction. There are two main forces acting the free-fall parachutists. The first force, the force of gravity, pulls the parachutist to the ground. Gravity الجاذبية. The second type, the force of air resistance, acts in the opposite direction. مقاومة الهواء. So, there are two main forces acting on the free-fall parachutists. The first one is the force of gravity and the second one the force of air resistance. As you can see, the force which pulls the parachutist down called gravity force pull the parachutist down, and the second type is air resistance acting in the opposite direction. Questions, page 68. Question 1. What type of force is air resistance? As we talked before, air resistance is a friction force. The second question, look at the free-falling parachutist picture C. Look at this picture. Why do you think the two arrows are different sizes? Why do you think that the first arrow is longer than the second one? Because gravity force is bigger than air resistance, as we talked before that the first type is gravity and the second type is air resistance. Why the arrow of gravity is taller than the air resistance arrow? Because gravity force is larger than or bigger than air resistance. Look at the two parachutists in the picture D. As you can see in the picture, there are two parachutes, one bigger than the other. The red one is bigger or larger than the second one. Which falls slower, parachute A or parachute B? Give a reason for your answer. The parachute which falls slower is the larger parachute. Why? Because it needs more air resistance, causing it to fall more slowly.